You're listening to Let's Grow Together podcast.
Forever I know we'll make it, we'll grow together.
Hey you guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Grow Together with me, James Gilmore, and my wife,
Lynette Gilmore.
We're glad to be back up here.
Yes, episode number 2.
Also, if you want to support us, we do take donations. You can do it monthly or whatever way you want to. So Lynette's going to discuss some more platforms that we are on for this podcast. All right, Lynette.
All right, so just want to let you guys know that we are on 9 platforms. Of course, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Podbean, Radio Public, and also Stitcher. So if you use any of those platforms to listen to podcasts or music or anything like that, you can find us up there too.
Great.
So also, I want to say that on these platforms you can subscribe to us. That's a way that we would love your support as well.
So if you're interested in our content, so feel free to support us in any way possible. All right, now we're going to get to our topic, what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about moving forward in your dreams and about no procrastination when you're going towards your dream. I know this is a big topic because a lot of people out here, we go day to day, we watch TV all day, we binge watch Netflix and stuff like that, and we don't take time to pursue our passions, our dreams. We just sit in the house, we eat potato chips, we eat pizza, we do all this stuff besides going towards our dreams. So we just want to go into that tonight because that is an important topic that we have to discuss, especially in the black community. We see these other nationalities, other ethnicities, we see them prosper and they come over here to Americas and they do this, they achieve different goals, and we sit here and we just watch TV and we just walk around not doing nothing and just not making things out of our life that we should.
Right. And I think some people don't realize how important this is when it comes to moving forward in your dream and not procrastinating.
Yeah.
Because we spend so much time and other things that don't deserve our time, or we spend so much time on our jobs, working very hard on your 9 to 5. You put your all into it. You wake up every day, every morning to make sure that you're on time for work.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that thing, that dream, that passion that you have, you put no time or effort into that at all.
Yeah.
And you just let it go.
Yeah, I know sometimes myself, I get tired from my 9 to 5 job and, I just get home. It's not that you're lazy, it's just you're tired from your 9 to 5 job. So going towards your dream is just all about sacrificing. Sometimes, you just don't feel like doing anything when you get home because, you're working for the man, in quotations. You're working for the man, and you get tired. You're working on the plantation.
Oh wow!
And you just working so hard that you forget about your passions, your dreams, your desires, and we often forget that we only live once.
Right.
And we really have to take advantage of time, because time is precious, and like they say, time is money, and so you have to take advantage of that. I know sometimes Lynette get on me. Sometimes I procrastinate. I ain't gonna lie, and I procrastinate and don't get things done. But I try to get better over time, like we talking about time,
right?
And try to get better at that. So
yeah, it's so important. Like, when you think about it, all the time that we spend watching TV or doing something that don't have any value or don't add value to your life, think about what you can do to replace that time with something productive, something valuable, something that's going to have an impact on your life and other people's life around you. Because most of the time when you think about you pursuing that goal, that vision that you have, sometimes you might forget that those things impact other people that are around you.
Yeah. And it's also about sacrificing, sacrificing sleep, sacrificing going out with your friends and so forth, because you're really trying to pursue this dream to be whatever you want to be. And some people give up on their dreams because of certain circumstances, but you just gotta sacrifice time for yourself. I know, particularly with family and different things, we kind of put our priorities, out of place,
right?
As far as that, so we gotta take time for ourselves, take time for our dreams and passions. Me myself, I songwrite and produce, and I do all kind of stuff, as far as music, and I just gotta find time, to work on things. Sometimes I don't have the time, but I have to make time. So
right.
that's another thing with time. You have to make time in order for things to work. You can't just say I'm gonna do this. I had dreams to do that. You just say it every day and every night, but you don't never take action. That's the thing. You gotta take action,
right,
in order for these things to come to pass.
Right, because when you think about it, okay, let's say you coming home from work, or you spent the night out doing whatever you have fun doing, and you come home and you don't have no type of motivation to do nothing that you set out to do. So another day go by and more time pass you by and you still haven't done it. But the thing is, you can push yourself to do it, because this is something that I asked my husband before. I challenged him a lot. I said, okay, yeah, because I want him to be at his best potential. So I asked him one day, I said, okay, I know you came home from work, but you said that you wanted to work out, and you said you wanted to work on music.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm tired, maybe I don't have a lot of time. I said, okay, but what if Babyface called and he found your music on the internet or something and he said, I need you to write a song for me?
Yeah, I'll be on that quick.
Exactly. Because it's huge, it's big, so you have to think about your life in that way.
Yeah, and oftentimes I see, different people on TV. Like, I was just watching a Beyonce special, and that inspired me in so many levels. The way she put forth that effort behind the scenes to put this big show together. It's like amazing. It's like, how can this one woman do this type of thing?
Right.
And with the dancers, with the band, with choreography. It's amazing how she put this thing together, and it's just, she spent time to do this, and her father helped her out when she was younger, putting the girl group together. He quit his job in order to sacrifice, like we was talking about, sacrifice for his daughters, and her friends to put together this super, amazing group, Destiny's Child. And so it takes sacrifice. You get inspired by, people you see on TV, but you don't just watch TV to see them on TV. You got to go out and pursue your own dreams so you can, make a legacy in life. So
right, exactly.
You got to think about that.
Yeah. And the most important part about this and pursuing these things that you want to pursue, because everyone don't have the same goals or desires or dream. You must be consistent in these things.
Yeah.
And also don't rush the process.
Yeah.
I say that because sometimes when you're working behind the scene on things, other people don't know what it is that you're working on.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can look at you and pass judgment.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, not knowing the things that you are doing because you want to take your time and what you're doing because you want the finished product to be great.
Yeah.
And, once it is finished and once it comes out, once it's launched and shown to the world, then they will recognize how much time and effort, how much energy you put into what you were doing. So don't rush the process because you see people looking at you or judging you, but they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
While they are asleep, you may be working. So don't rush the process and your way to coming successful.
Yeah, also with that, piggyback on that, it is sometimes, I know some people going to say something about this, but it's also a good thing sometimes not to tell people what you're doing, because some people can hinder, your drive, your focus.
That's true.
Because, you be so focused on trying to do this, trying to do that, and sometimes you tell people ahead of time and it don't happen, and you feel bad because, you told these people this thing gonna happen and it don't happen, So I kind of learned that in life. Sometimes you just don't tell people everything that you're doing, because it might hinder your focus. They might have their own opinions. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you need this. You need that for that. So
right.
It's just you just got to think about your passion.
Right.
And things will make room. That's why the Bible says your gift will make room, because your passion, your gift. God gave everybody their own gift, their own ability, and that gift will make room for you, and lead you in front of great men. So,
amen.
You have to really, stay forward in your dream and push forward.
Yeah, I mean that was really good. Your gift will make room for you. Just don't allow yourself to get too overwhelmed. Now, another thing about moving forward in your dreams and not procrastinating, when you decide, okay, enough is enough, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I have to do. Now, remember this, everybody needs help at one point. Now, when you look at all the great people, they have a team. They have a team of people that they can trust. So don't just go and get anybody. You don't want to deal with people that don't have that same interest or have the same mindset as you when you're going forward, because you might have a grand idea and it's going to work for you, but they just don't get it.
Yeah, you have to have that what they call the dream team around you. You think about, like the 92 Olympics when Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and all of them. I think, Scottie Pippen was on that team, I think. I don't know for sure. But I know there's a lot of great people on that team. She might have been up there, but Shaq and all them, they was on the dream team, and they won, the Olympics. They brought them back to gold, and it was a team effort, and we all looking for that collaborative effort with our associates, with our friends, with our acquaintances, and we want to achieve great things. If you think of the great people that you see on TV, they didn't pull it off themselves. They had a great team behind them.
Right.
If you think about, I'm into music, so I'm gonna talk about a lot of music stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you think of the Michael Jackson album Thriller, and you think of Quincy Jones, because I saw that special on Netflix. Quincy.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, how he had all this, these band members, these musicians. He didn't produce, the Michael Jackson album himself. He had great musicians around him that had the same dreams, the same visions. He had the great engineer Bruce Sweetin, mixing the album. So you can't do everything yourself.
Right.
Sometimes when I'm working on music, I might have, different people work on the album with me, work on music with me, because it's a collaborative effort. When you work with a team, it comes out better, and it comes out with different goals, different mindsets, and they all coming together to make one beautiful result.
Right. Yeah, you want everybody on the same page so that you guys can move smoothly like what, water, like the waves in the ocean. Yeah. Everybody on one accord. Yeah. Because you're together that way.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to say about this is don't doubt yourself and count yourself out all from the beginning.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because a lot of us, we have the ambition and we want to do things, but we'll try it one time and just stop.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do that.
Yeah. It takes multiple times to get things right. Sometimes you're not going to be perfect starting out. I mean, that's why you learn.
Yeah.
So people doubt themselves because they're afraid to fail, but you have to learn in anything that you do.
Yeah.
You're not just going to go into anything knowing everything.
Yeah.
And also allow others to teach you things. Mm-hmm. Don't be so uptight or so stubborn that you say, I want to just do this on my own, and the whole time you struggling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's not really good or healthy. Honestly, it's not healthy to be like that or to think like that, because it's a negative thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, I was thinking the other day, I often think about this when I'm at work. We master, the job that we do at work because we get paid, and that's why we master what we do at work. And we have to have the same mindset when we going for it to our passions. We want to master it.
That's good.
We learn different skills at work, how to, use certain devices, certain things to get production smoothly. And so we have to have that same mindset with our own goals and dreams. The companies that we're working for, they already, reached their goal.
Established, right.
They already established, yeah. And so we got to strive to, reach our goals and our dreams, and master what we do. Like Lynette, she's studying, her herbal things, trying to get, the formulas and stuff like that. So she's reading books, trying to master what she's really interested in. Me, myself, music, not only just writing, but learn how to produce better, learn how to mix better, learn how to master better, learn how to work with people, vocalists, artists, rappers, trying to be versatile and be the best James I can be.
Right.
So, and Lynette is trying to be the best Lynette she can be.
Right.
So we are, really trying to challenge people that's listening to really be the best that you can be, so you can move forward. Because you think about people, we waste our time. We in the club. We about 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. We wasting time, in the club, dancing and stuff. And we have talents and abilities that we never showed people. And we just got to push it. I know I'm stepping on a lot of people's toes, but it's just the truth.
Yeah,
we see, older people in the club, and they can't even, do anything. Mm-hmm. And so we just gotta get better at that, especially us blacks.
Right. And another thing you want to ask yourself, while you are continuing to waste time, what is it that you have to offer other people?
That's good.
Because sometimes when you think about being successful, let's say you want to own your own business, what is it in your business that can help people? What is it that can offer people a service that they really need? Because that's how most businesses become successful, because you have something that is a need to others. And I know it's a lot of talented and smart people out here in the world, but they waste their life away, just like my husband said, doing nothing in the club. There basically is a circle. This is what their life consists of. The same people, the same friends, the same routine, and nothing else change. And next thing you look and you'll be saying, I wish I would have done more.
Yeah, and going back to what Lynette said about using your gift to help others, I often listen to motivation on YouTube. I often listen to people who've made it or striving to make it. I would listen to this producer named Kevin Barnes. He produced for Tank and Chris Brown and different people. He do music for TV commercials, TV shows. But he was saying, when you pursuing it, a lot of people want to do the same thing you want to do, but you have to find a different way, to serve others. If you think about these different restaurants, me and Lynette, we like this place called Mod Pizza, M-O-D, pizza. That's how you spell it. Yeah. We like their pizza because, they have different variety and they fix the pizza the way you want it. And that's the same way with what you do. You want to help others. You want to serve them.
And wait, hold on. Yeah. Don't forget to mention they have non-dairy cheese. Okay, because we don't eat dairy, so that's why we like them so much.
Well, me, I'm trying not to eat.
Yes, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah, but you gotta find a way. Your gift to cater to people. People like that, where they can pick and choose what they want, like a buffet, and do what they want to do. Choices. They have choices, with what you offer to them. So.
Yeah. So I just want to challenge you guys. I want you to begin to write down things that you like about yourself, because I'm saying this because we have dreams, but negative thoughts about ourselves that we have about ourselves can hold us back.
Yeah.
So I want you to write down things that you love about yourself, and always think positive about yourself. Stop comparing yourself to the next person.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one too.
Yeah, you can't continue to go through life comparing yourself to the next person and the next person, because It's only one you.
And that also causes depression with yourself.
Right.
Because you're so busy comparing yourself to other people. You know, I've dealt with that myself, dealing with intimidation. Especially, you know, when I went from high school to college, you know, when you're in high school, you like the top person as far as to certain things, certain abilities. And then when you go to college, you back on the bottom. And you see all these talented people doing different things, and you feel so intimidated. And also outside of school and stuff, you know, I felt sometimes intimidated by certain people. But I had to come to the realization that, you know, I'm me. So I can't live my life for other people or other people's opinions about me.
Right.
You know, you fight that every day, trying to find your own path, find your own goal. Often, go back to music again. But I have to say, you know, I was reading a book about Timbaland, how he met Missy. And, you know, you think about the Virginia scene as far as music, how, you know, Timbaland and Pharrell, they created their own sound, you know, and they created their own path, and they became very successful because they didn't, you know, because sometimes Missy said that she don't even listen to the radio to get inspired, because the music that's out there is like everything sounds the same. Wow. And she wanted to, you know, create her own sound. So that's why Missy sounds so, you know, different from everybody else, because she created her own path and her own sound with Timbaland. And Timbaland is like another creative genius. You know, he's really awesome. I was watching some of his master class. He make beats out of his mouth. Yeah. You know, and he just created this full orchestration with, you know, starting with his beatboxing. And you know, you just got to create your own path to what you want to do and be creative. Creativity opens up so many opportunities. Right. So write that down. Creativity, you know, opens a lot of opportunities for yourself.
Right. And that's a good nugget. And another thing I want to add to that, you can write this down too, because this one right here is something you want to always remember. You were created by a creator. That makes you creative. Yep. Think about that. Write that down. Yeah. You gotta understand, the creator made you. That makes you creative. But going back to what you said earlier, being intimidated by other people, because sometimes people can judge you for every little thing that you do, especially when you're different or you decide to do something different. So let's just say one of your goals is to lose weight. Okay, so you decide that you want to eat differently. Do you know, I know some of you know, a lot of people would judge you because of the things that you eat. Even though you're eating healthy. And it's a lifestyle change. You're getting yourself healthy, and they would literally say, why are you eating like that? Like, what's wrong with you? You know, because they're not used to that. And so once you start changing your eating habits, you know, the way you carry yourself, you care more about your body, people will literally think that you're acting funny. Like, you're getting your body in shape, you're getting your health, you know, on the right path. Why wouldn't somebody be encouraging of that? So, you know, just keep your mind focused on what it is that you're trying to achieve, because even the best things that you try to do for yourself, you're gonna have people talk down on it.
I was talking with my dad the other day talking about, health and stuff. And, I said, it's all about discipline and how you, really stay consistent with what you want to do. That goes along with anything. If you want to lose weight, if you want to become very skillful at any ability you're trying to achieve or accomplish, you have to have discipline in order for that thing to come to pass. You can't just say, I'm gonna do this day and then skip 100 days and try to do it again. That's not gonna work.
Right.
So like with your body, you got to train your body with discipline in order for you to see a change in your body. And that's also with your abilities. You got to keep training that thing. People wonder why certain people like Mariah Carey can sing high notes and different things, because they train their voice to sing those notes.
Right.
And you see these different people on Guinness World Records and different talent shows and all these certain things. They didn't just do it. They had to train and stay consistent with what they were trying to do. The talented people, is in the kitchen cooking and doing all types of things, and and they see these superstars. They say, "Oh, she can't sing. Why is she up there?"
Right.
It's because they stayed consistent with what they did, and somebody out there wanted, they was interested in what they was doing, so they became famous. We might not, wonder why. When we wonder why they made it, it's because they stayed consistent. So yeah, it's all about consistency, all about discipline, and sticking to it.
Right. And this one right here is really important, because we all do it, and I'm guilty of this myself. Stop talking yourself out of greatness. Now you probably like, what you mean stop talking yourself out of greatness? Okay, I say this because we sometimes can find many excuses not to do something when we know that is what we need to be doing. And we know if we do it, we're going to achieve something. We're going to become better at that thing. But you will never know how great you can be if you continue to talk yourself out of situations that can make you successful.
Yeah.
So stop talking yourself out of greatness. That is it's self-talk. You want to say positive things. You want to get rid of that fear that you have and keep going forward. Don't talk yourself out of it, And also I want to mention this. When you are going forward in your goals and your dreams, don't be discouraged because you don't have a lot of support or attention that you see other people have. Because there are a lot of talented people. There are a lot of great people out there in the world that don't have very big platforms, but they are still great.
That's the thing, though. That's the biggest thing that holds people back from their dreams and their passion is their self. They hold their self back because we say that fear is the false evidence appearing real. Right. And so we hold ourselves back from our dreams because of fear, what people think, other people's opinions of what we want to do. You think of different people, famous people, we think they're crazy, but they didn't care what people thought about them. Right. They just went out there and did it. And now we like, now we want to gravitate to them because of their uniqueness. Right. And so, you just got to think about that. You just can't you just gotta not worry about what people think about you.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have a different opinion about you.
And,
no matter who it is.
Right.
So.
Right. You just have to do what it is that you desire to do. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, it is only one you that was ever created. Only one you.
Yeah, like the Bible said, you're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's a good one, yes.
He says, he had to give you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Mm-hmm. And that goes along with, achieving your goal. You have to have a sound mind. You have to have wisdom on which way to go with your dream, what path you want to take. As far as your goals, you have to write it down. In the Bible it said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. And so you have to write it down, write down your plan, what you want to do step by step in order for those things to come to pass and come off the paper. You have to do something. It's all about action. It's all about belief, which is faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
Right.
And so, you have to have faith in order to move those mountains, move those jobs out the way. You have to have faith in order to move those things so things can be possible.
Right.
So,
and wow, that was really good, because one thing I want to mention, only a few people know the things that I'm truly working on and working towards. Something really big that I just been working on with my herbal information that I give sometimes on Facebook. I'm actually studying. I'm in school for it. There's a lot of things that I want to create with these things, but a lot of people they might not know. And even when people don't see it, doesn't mean that you're not doing it. So just keep working at it until something happens. Don't rush the process because people are saying this or that, or it looks like you're not doing anything. Just like my husband said, what faith was. Substance things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So you're working when everybody else is partying, sleeping, complaining, going to work complaining and not working on their dreams. You're up all night sometimes doing it. Like sometimes I'm up all night and my husband be like, "What are you doing? When you coming to bed?" I'm that dedicated to my craft on what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah, with every dream, there's always going to be somebody against you trying to, go against that dream that you have. But you got to keep your mind set on your goal. You think about Martin Luther King, he had so many people that was against him, against what he stood for. He had the famous "I Have a Dream" speech. And, it's always going to be, great people. They always sense when there's something against them. And so, the more and more closer you get to your dream, like they say, new levels, new devils. And that's true.
Right.
That, the more closer and closer you try to get to your destination, your dream, your destiny, it's going to be a lot of people that's against you. And so you got to keep your mind on that goal. Because if you don't, you're going to beat yourself down because you didn't reach that goal. So.
Right. Exactly. So I have a question for you guys. If you guys do enjoy listening to our podcast, I want to know, would you guys be interested in seeing this conversation live? like to, would you like to see it live recorded, like on YouTube or something like that, or Facebook Live, so you guys can interact with us and ask us some questions,
Yeah, that'd be good, have interaction with our fans, so we can answer people questions, because we talk about a lot of different things, a lot of different issues and things. So if you are interested in a live, I mean, we gotta really, you're interested in live. So if you're interested in seeing us live, like Lynette said,
he's saying that because he don't want me on camera.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But if you want to see us live, but it's good interaction, live interaction.
Yeah, because
with people that listen to us or who are starting to listen to us. Since this is just our second episode,
right?
But we thank you for listening to our podcast. This was an interesting topic, and please feel free to comment. And like we said at the beginning, if you want to donate to this podcast, so this podcast can increase and grow, feel free to support us. We just trying to help people. That's why we named it Let's Grow Together, because we want to just help people. We want to grow our village, our people,
right?
So they can live out their opportunities and their dreams and their goals. And people might be listening to this and they never thought of certain things, and so we just want to help everyone out. And again, thanks for listening to this second episode, pushing forward in your dreams and no procrastination. We'd like to thank you for listening. This is James Gilmore,
and this is Lynette Gilmore. You guys have a good day.
All right, peace.